So just a few words on where we're going. I want to first, sorry, one second. So our journey, where did we start? We started 5 years ago. We started with 150 attendees, close to 100 million deployed. Where we are today, we have tenfold increased. Thank you for coming today. We had a record sort of attendance, record registration, record number of people online. And we've deployed, as John mentioned in the beginning, close to 1 billion. So where are we going? We're hopeful about the future. We're hopeful about sort of keeping the rethinking message going. So we hope to get to the next 5 years where we've, gone over 5,000 registrants and billions and billions and billions of capital that we need to deploy into this. Because at the end of the day, the more education and the more people, the more capital, at the end of the day is what's going to actually bring more solutions and impact. And hopefully today we gave you at least some thinking about this and some solutions to get to the impact, because at the end of the day, this is what you need. Rethinking Water, we are taking the show firstly to the West with the professor in Arizona. We're going to be doing Rethinking Water West early in 2025, and then we will be taking it to Europe and to the Middle East as well as Latin America, because at the end of the day, Rethinking Water is not just the US. I think as somebody early in the day mentioned, some of the paradigms can be built in the US, but the idea is to use those to the rest of the world that have very similar problems. So we look forward to hosting many of you out West, and then hopefully in other parts of the world. Again, I'm a visual person, so I would just like to say, what are our learnings? It was a confusing cube. I think we've tried to solve and give you some of the algorithms, but I think as the professor laid out, the idea is to put the pieces together and actually solve it. You can think, rethink, multitask, but at the end of the day, the real results are in actually putting the pieces together. So hopefully 5 years into it, we've put in and created a few of those water drops with the puzzle pieces together. Hopefully many of you will continue to do that, will continue to put the puzzle pieces together and actually have tremendous impact. Because what does give me great hope is the fact that we are really early in this. There isn't just, it's a metaphor, but there's many, many, many water drops. And many people will do it. We heard from John in Science. We heard from many of the other companies that were here today putting the pieces together with many of you. Hopefully many of you will join that. But the idea is that this is really in the early innings. So as we love to do every year, we love to send people home with a few things. The first is knowledge. So we're giving everybody the book Liquid Assets from Professor Thompson. Hopefully we didn't give away the main points there in the AQ, but please read the book. You need to base anything. Putting puzzle pieces together needs knowledge. And this book is a great way to have the knowledge. The other two pieces, as everybody knows, this is the most prominent symbol in New York City, which is the manhole cover. This year, we have created a connected manhole cover to charge your phones. So we're making it practical, but we want people to go home and not forget to look down. We've talked about the piping infrastructure and the need for changing in that. So hopefully when you're charging your phone in your office, at home, or wherever, you look down and think of what lies beneath. And then next to that is we want people to look up. Right? And that's why we gave everybody an umbrella. We were hoping, Quentin was hoping it was going to rain right now. Maybe it's not, maybe it will, so everyone can use it. But it will rain a lot. So when you open that umbrella, we want everyone to look up, and look up with clarity and understand nature and understand what that means. And that's obviously part of the puzzle. And then the last piece, which we've seen and me use a lot, which is the fact that it is a puzzle. It is not something that one person, one constituency is gonna solve. It's multiple constituencies, as we've said, public policy, academia, business, ethics, and so forth. That is the puzzle piece that we're all putting together. And hopefully we will do that together. And the last point that I would like to make and close with is a big thank you to the massive amount of support that we received today. I'll start with on human capital solutions. We heard a little bit about that. That helps us bring in more people to the industry. Xylem, Womble Dixon, Raymond James, and Thales, and many of the others here who are also helping us rethink water and are leaders in the space that continue to do that. But this list keeps growing. We have more people every year. So I first off want to thank all of our various sponsors and want to encourage everybody to continue to rethink it and bring in more people and more capital. And I mean, last but not least, I do want to thank my entire Sciens team, who has been working tirelessly for a while. Again, I say it every year, we're not an event planning company, but I want to recognize the people that are here. Where is Alejandra? She joined us a couple of while. Is she here? Where is she? Everybody, big thank you to her. Quintin over here, who we plucked out of Georgetown undergrad. Little did he know that he would be putting together the biggest water conference in the US. Chiara, who again graduated business school here at Columbia, and she's tirelessly helping us with this. Catherine, who worked in Disney World, the happiest place on earth, joined us at Sciens to make it a happy place and hopefully made it a happy day for everybody here. Where is everybody? Please stand up if I've mentioned any of you, but really it's a tireless effort. But the entire Sciens team that dedicates to this, I really want to thank you. And lastly, I do want to thank my family, my wife who listens to me and encourages me to continuously never give up on water. It's certainly not an easy flowing sector. So I want to thank her for doing that, as well as the fact that she keeps me grounded in the fact that we do live on an island called Manhattan, but there is a much bigger world out there that we need to rethink and tackle. And my 2 kids at home, who hopefully are not listening because they should be in school right now in classes, but they keep me grounded because at the end of the day, we all, it's one thing to rethink it on paper, it's one thing to rethink water sort of as a business, as an operation, but to keep it grounded and just keep doing the things that we're doing in terms of saving water, not using plastics, and just doing what we're doing because the generations that come after us really need us to do this. And we don't want to be in a situation that Nate just brought up with the grab. We can solve it. We're doing it for the next generation. So thank you to them for keeping me and I think everybody here grounded. The next generation really needs us to do this. So with that, I want to close out. Thank you again for coming, and we look forward to seeing you shortly in Arizona. So.